we have been the biggest investor in Singapore historically from European. So the biggest in absolute was a European company. For a long time has been the biggest employer, not public, but the biggest private employer, that ST Microelectronics, that was a joint venture between Italian and French company doing semiconductors.
That was Stefano Poli, European Chamber of Commerce President in Singapore, talking about Europe's long-time interest in doing business in the country. He said this at the EU-ASEAN Business Summit last week, a gathering organized by the EU-ASEAN Business Council that brought policymakers and businesses together to discuss integration and trade agreements in order to deepen ties between EU and ASEAN members.
We try, through organizing industry working groups or issue working groups, to put out proposals. Sometimes they're just from our council, but many times these are done jointly, or consultation goes on between the business council, our business council, and say the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, the ASEAN Business. So these are joint in some cases. And so the idea is to put forth recommendations to the policymakers, whether that's on automobiles or insurance or banking or sustainable finance, or there's a paper we just released on infrastructure, trade facilitation. So quite a lot of policy suggestions on how ASEAN can become a better integrated economic bloc.
Singapore has for a long time been a gateway to the rest of the region for European businesses, with many of them setting up their own regional headquarters in the city-state. So what makes Singapore an attractive place for European enterprises to settle?
First of all, the first criteria is the legal environment. Means doing business is very important that you know in which kind of environment you are going to operate. It's very important, let me say, to choose a gateway in which you can have, let me say, a certain certainty that whatever are the rules, what are the rules, and if the rules are, let me say, applicable in a fair way, and so on. The third element that is very important is stability. Means having a medium long-term view in terms of government plan, in terms of target, in terms of direction.
But not all is sunshine and rainbows for foreign businesses in Singapore. According to Stefano, stringent immigration policy in Singapore provides a challenge for European businesses to establish their necessary workforce.
This kind of, let me say, more difficulty that Singaporean European company has to bring expatriates into Singapore. And we know that there is a tightening of, let me say, the working permits, and in particular for a medium, low level, let me say, of skills labor, which is making, let me say, European companies sometimes struggling to establish the business, to grow the business, and then to bring the right expertise.
But for now, European businesses in Singapore have been able to work around this issue.
This is the model. The model of European company is slightly different from a Chinese company that generally we see they're doing their own business in Africa, big investments on the European company are bringing. They tend to bring capital, technology. They bring some human capital, but they tend, let me say, to coach and train as much as possible local management and staff in order to be independent and to leave a minimum level of resources on the ground in order to try to grow local expertise and skills.